Meet Lady Sarah Chatto, the daughter of the fabulous Princess Margaret and bohemian photographer Anthony Armstrong Jones, who was later titled the first Earl of Snowdon. Sarah Frances Elizabeth was born on May 1, 1964, at Kensington Palace, 3 years after the arrival of her brother, David Armstrong Jones. She and David are the only maternal first cousins of King Charles III. While she was 7th in line to the throne at one point, she is currently 27th. She was the last royal to be born in a palace rather than a hospital. Back in the day, Sarah's parents, Princess Margaret and Lord Snowdon, were the ultimate it couple. Their Kensington Palace apartment is the go-to spot for the wildest parties in swinging London. Her parents' marriage was anything but a fairy tale. It was said to have been a rebound after Princess Margaret called off her plans to marry her divorced equerry, Peter Townsend. The union was rife with turbulence and scandal, with both parties having extramarital affairs and indulging in heavy drinking. Their 18-year marriage was often likened to a 16-year-long breakup. Growing up amidst her parents' divorce, Lady Sarah's education was focused on the arts. Sarah knew from a young age that her mother was not interested in spending much time with babies and young children. Nannies and housemaids were responsible for looking after the children and were warned not to disturb her mother before 11 a.m. These regulations were imposed by Nanny Sumner, who had old-fashioned methods that clashed with Lord Snowdon's more modern ideas. However, Sarah's father adored her, and it was from him that she inherited her immense charm. Sarah was only 13 when her parents divorced, which upset her. Princess Margaret was granted custody, and the children remained in Kensington Palace. Sarah attended Francis Holland School, an esteemed all-girls day school in Chelsea, followed by taking Art A-level at Bedales with her brother. Bedales, situated in rural Hampshire, was an unconventional mixed boarding school. It's an alma mater of talented actors such as Daniel Day-Lewis and Minnie Driver. The school prioritized artistic expression above all else and had no dress code, which was a far cry from the rigidity of a royal upbringing. This progressive institution instilled in Sarah a love of art that would shape her future. According to one contemporary, when Lady Sarah arrived at Bedales, she was dressed in a velvet collar coat and tweeds, while everyone else was in casual attire. Sarah's time at Bedales, with its supportive and nurturing environment, contributed to the person she is today. Despite the trauma of her parents' divorce and the high expectations that came with her royal lineage, Sarah found solace in the school's art-centered approach and diverse community. Sarah completed a foundation course at Camberwell School of Arts and Crafts and a printed textiles course at Middlesex Polytechnic, paving the way for her training at the Royal Academy schools. She did not consider herself superior to her fellow art school students during her younger years. Despite celebrating her 21st birthday with notable individuals such as Prince Edward, Lady Helen Windsor, and James Ogilvy at Windsor Castle, she also invited her friends from art school. According to one guest's recollection, Sarah's art college and Bedales friends, who were diverse and unconventional, were the most exciting and diverse people in attendance. Her love, marriage, and children. Sarah's life took an exciting turn when she spent 2 years in India with her father, Lord Snowdon. He was there to work on the historical film A Passage to India as a production photographer. The film was produced by a fellow royal connection, John Knatchbull, 7th Baron Brabourne. Knatchbull's wife was the daughter of the first Earl Mountbatten. Sarah was given the opportunity to intern on the film, working in the costume department. During Sarah's stay in India, she crossed paths with Daniel Chatto, and fate brought them together in a serious relationship. The pair first met in 1983 while working on the film Heat and Dust, where Daniel had a minor acting role, and Sarah worked as a wardrobe assistant. Daniel, the son of actor Tom Chatto and theatrical agent Roz Chatto, frequently appeared in period dramas based on the works of authors such as W. Somerset Maugham and Charles Dickens. But he eventually gave up acting to pursue his passion for painting, which he shared with Sarah. Together, the couple moved into a charming Grade 2 listed terrace house in Kensington, despite not being married. Their unconventional living arrangements were rumored to have angered Princess Margaret. The couple also owned a Georgian country farmhouse in Sussex, a gift from Sarah's godfather, the art-loving philanthropist Simon Sainsbury. Sarah's love for a simple country life filled with animals and sheepdog trials is evident, and her wedding to Daniel in July 1994 reflected this attitude. The couple exchanged their vows in a quaint and intimate ceremony held at St. Stephen's Walbrook in London. She was accompanied by 3 teenage bridesmaids, including her first cousin's daughter, Zara Tyndall, then Phillips, her half-sister, Lady Frances Armstrong Jones, and family friend Tara Noble Singh. She looked radiant in an elegant Jasper Conran gown and wore the Snowdon floral tiara, a gift from her father to her mother on their wedding day. The wedding portraits feature the newlyweds standing proudly alongside the Queen and the Queen Mother. The ceremony was so simple and short that even the Queen, Prince Philip, and Princess Diana had to wait for their cars to arrive after the service. Sarah and Daniel have 2 sons, Samuel and Arthur. They are often spotted accompanying her to various royal engagements, including the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations and the Queen's funeral. Samuel attended Eton College and pursued further education in the history of art at Edinburgh University. He is now exploring a career in pottery, following his passion for the arts. On the other hand, Arthur also studied at Eton and pursued the same degree as his brother in the history of art at Edinburgh University. However, after working as a personal trainer, he took a different path and joined the Royal Marines. He was seen in uniform at Prince Philip's memorial service in March 2021, paying his respects. The 2 brothers may have taken different paths but made impressive career strides. Sarah's successful career and her commitment to promoting the arts. Sarah's parents passed their love of art to their children, taking them to galleries during their youth. Sarah became a well-established painter, while her brother David is now a renowned furniture designer who inherited his father's title and is now the Earl of Snowdon. On BBC Radio 4's Desert Island Discs, David recounted how his mother would take him to see only one object in the National Gallery, such as the Leonardo or the Vermeer. Even though he and his sister would plead with her to see more, Princess Margaret would insist they come back another time. However, this method of focusing on one object was effective and helped cultivate their interest in art. Her professional name is Sarah Armstrong Jones. She has showcased her artistic abilities in numerous galleries, including the esteemed Redfern Gallery in London. Sarah has won awards for her artwork, including the Creswick Landscape Prize in 1990 and the Winsor and Newton Prize in 1988. In addition to her artistic pursuits, Sarah has followed in her parents' footsteps by actively promoting the arts. She holds critical positions at prestigious institutions such as the Royal Drawing School and the Royal Ballet School, serving as vice president of both organizations. The Royal Drawing School provides top-notch drawing education to the public, while the Royal Ballet School offers a nurturing environment to help students excel in dance. Sarah's dedication to these institutions reflects her unwavering commitment to supporting young artists and performers and fostering the arts community. However, she is not a working royal and doesn't undertake official public duties. Love for her mother and close bond with the late Queen and other royals. Insider reports reveal that her mother's early indiscretions were very difficult for her to bear. Although her childhood lacked the stability she had created for her family, she remained a loving and dutiful daughter until the end. Sarah selflessly put her family life on hold and often drove to Kensington Palace overnight to care for her ailing mother. Princess Margaret passed away in 2002 after experiencing several strokes and 4 years of pain. Her mother's death brought the Queen and Sarah closer, with the Queen taking on a surrogate mother role. Sarah was the only guest accompanying the Queen to Craigowen Lodge, a secluded 7-bedroom house a mile from Balmoral Castle. There, the Queen would often retire several times yearly to read, write letters, walk, and ride with Sarah for company. According to a royal insider, Sarah was one of the Queen's favorite royal family members. They shared a strong relationship based on loyalty, a sense of duty, a love for fun, and a willingness to be silly. King Charles and Sarah also have a close bond and loved spending time together, often painting and sketching on the Balmoral estate. They were comfortable in each other's company and would efficiently work in silence or chat. Sarah was a bridesmaid at Charles and Diana's wedding and had been friends with Diana even before she got engaged. She was also a bridesmaid at her cousin Princess Anne's wedding to Captain Mark Phillips in 1973. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, was also a big fan of Sarah, describing her as absolutely charming. She was a popular choice as a godmother. She counts Prince Harry, Prince Edward's daughter Louise, and the Duke of Gloucester's daughter Rose among her godchildren. Lady Sarah Chatto recently attended her cousin King Charles's coronation, accompanied by her husband Daniel and son Samuel. Dressed elegantly in a cream dress and matching hat, she added a touch of glamour to her outfit by wearing her late mother Princess Margaret's Greville pearl earrings, a pearl necklace, and a diamond bracelet. She also attended the star-studded coronation concert, wearing a sophisticated blue ensemble, seated between her husband and son. Final thoughts. Despite being born into the royal family, Lady Sarah Chatto values her privacy and usually stays away from the limelight. Even though she occasionally graces royal occasions with her presence, she remains humble and grounded, not seeking any undue attention. Lady Sarah is the real deal in a world of pretense, and her unassumingness is a breath of fresh air. What are your thoughts? Share your comments and please subscribe to Modest Narratives for more royal videos.